All right, welcome to week 3 of Grand Arena Championships. So, if you noticed in my last video, I lost my match after a long time in Grand Arena, and the very first time in Grand Arena Championships that my board was one shot. So, kudos to my opponent, kept a really good offense and did a really good job in selecting the right teams to take and managed to full clear. I did make a couple of mistakes on offense as well, which cost me on efficiency, but taking nothing away from my opponent, really good job on clearing me and winning. So now that I'm out of contention for the top 50 because I've lost one match, I decided to take it a little easy and have a little fun for the rest of my matches. And what I decided to do was go for a themed attack strategy. And we're going to start with this week. I've got a few ideas planned out for this week. We'll see how it goes, and then if we like it, then maybe next week also I'll do something similar. So, so what I've decided to do for this particular the first match is go for a light side versus dark side defense and offense. I'm facing my current opponent is Space Invader from Darth Dawn. Um, so let's go ahead and take a look at what my opponent has done. So what I did was I decided to put in a full dark side defense and saved all my light side on offense. Just something to to force me to think of some creative counters which I typically wouldn't have used. So the matches in these themed kind of battles are going to be very inefficient. They probably might require double shotting, and in some cases I might not even clear. But the goal being, just to force myself to think of some new combinations, because I think what's been happening, especially in 5v5, is I've been using the same teams on defense and same five characters on offense and not really varying it up. So I'm hoping that by going with this themed approach, I might be forced to mix and match my characters and go more with kit synergy rather than faction synergy. So let's see how if that brings a little more creativity and flexibility in our offense and mixes things up. So let's take a look at the dark side defense that I set. I had my full Grievous squad with Watt in there. Really unfortunate not being able to use Watt on offense, but it's really great on defense as well. And as you can see over here, got a couple of holes. Kept my Darth Revan team without Basti because I decided to keep Basti at the back with EP. Again, Thrawn is like one of those characters who I always keep on offense, so sucks to lose that flexibility. Sister's also someone I always keep on offense. My opponent wasn't hasn't attacked these. I think he's probably out of battles. At the top, kept my Separatist squad, kept Django and Bosk under Newt, and kept my first order as well. The Django team was the Newt team was one shot, but two battles again on the first order squad as well. Pretty easy to underestimate, I guess. And then at the back over here, Treya is another team which I almost never keep on defense. And I threw in Wampa and Boba in there as extras. Um, so those guys managed to get a hold and a couple of battles, and then my opponent I don't think has got anything left to be able to take this team out. Geos also I usually keep on offense for Newt, but it's just probably taken out by Ozone Treya. So you can see over here my opponent has only cleared two zones. So I just need to clear three zones to win, or I can clear two zones efficiently to win. So let's take it easy. Let's see what off defense my opponent has set. And the reason that they haven't cleared me is they have set a reasonably tough defense. They've got their Jedi Knight Revan on defense, which I typically don't see. And they've kept their General Skywalker, which is only a 6 star, but the clones are all relicked up. And then at the bottom over here, they've got Nest and Droidica under Dooku with Django. So that's going to be a formidable team. And then we've got the Grievous squad over here with BB-8. So let's go ahead and start our attack phase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the battle down below, clear to see what's at the back, and then decide what I want to take against these. I definitely want to try to clear these, but But at least if I clear the bottom two zones efficiently, then I would have won. I don't think my opponent has got anything left to take out my EP, Thrawn with Bastila or my sisters. And they've already had a couple of attempts on Treya, and there's no way that Treya is another one of those teams which requires specific counters to take out. So I think 1305 is the final score for my opponent. So now against the Grievous squad, typically I take Night Sisters if I don't see Watt in there, especially if there's BB-8 as well, just because they've got so much survivability. But in this case, I think I'm going to take a Padme squad. Again, tons of survivability over there as well. And even if they go first, I think my Padme squad has enough to survive. Um, and the good thing over here is B2 is going to go first and uses AoE, so Padme is free to use a protection up right at the beginning. And I'm going to go with Ahsoka and Barris. Barris for the extra survivability and extra healing on hits, on crits, and then Ahsoka just to dispel and give some more protection up. So let's take this in, see how this does. So they're going to go first, all of them. Okay, and few times they've gone, but I think we should be good enough to use protection up now. And I'm gonna do this so that once Grievous goes, I can attack him. This is probably going to kill Magna, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the special so that I get some protection up to everyone. No, it wasn't enough to kill. Okay, let's do basic to apply buff immunity. Okay, unfortunately, BB-8 is taunting, so I think I'm going to kill him in this shot because the basic can't be evaded. And he's going to go and probably kill my Jedi Knight Anakin because he doesn't have any protection up with the AoE. Just managed to survive. Okay, so there's buff immunity on everybody on Jedi Knight Anakin, but I should be able to get protection up on the others. But I'm going to do a basic because I don't want to kill Magna yet. Now I do a mass assist, and who does this call? With protection up. So this will call GK. And all right. Okay, so managed to get rid of B2 and just managed to survive. But this is going to be a tough one because we don't have many people left. Let's just wait over here and build some more courage before we can attack Grievous. Let's keep building up. Problem is, there's only one way to build up courage, which is going to be Padme's heal, which is this one. All right, now we've got no option but to go for Grievous. All right, we barely managed to make it, I think. 5, this should do it. Okay, heal up. All right, so barely managed to make it. It was an R7 Grievous with about more than 150k health. So not efficient, but at least we managed to one-shot it. I think Baddest there was maybe kept the team alive for a little longer, but that's always a tough team to take out. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to save my Skywalker because I do have Skywalker on offense. I might want to split it as well, but I'm probably going to use, since I've saved my JKR on offense as well, probably going to use my JKR against this Newt squad. And I want to use a variation of the JKR. I want to save Basti for another lead, just because Basti lead is very powerful on its own as well, especially if my opponent has kept EP or some other debuff heavy team. And I'm going to use, I think Grandmaster Yoda, Jedi Knight Revan, and Jolie Bindu are more than enough to take this out. but I just got Plo for the extra dispel on basic against Droidica, and Ezra for another call and assist for Grandmaster Yoda. So hopefully this should be able to do a decent job. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go against Droidica first, take it out because it's relict. The others are I think G11 or G12, so not much of an issue. Okay, let's dispel this. And what does this do? Defense up and gain turn meter. Okay. Um, let's use a basic on Nest, and Nest is gone. Okay, excellent. Um, this is good. Let's get some buffs, and let's finish off Dooku. And they should get rid of Newt for the first time. And damage immunity is gone, I think. Yes, it is. Okay. So this should get rid of Django as well. Okay. 57. Maybe a bit of an overkill, but I didn't want to take a chance. But at least I saved my Basti over here. So let's see what's at the back. Karth and Kira. Okay, Kira is with Watt. Karth is with Watt, with Zalbar as well. But I don't think it should be a problem. What do I have to take out Karth? Yeah, maybe I can use my clone squad against that. And resistance can be used against Kira. Okay, so let's target the teams at the top. I want to use my now the reason I did not use C3PO is against Grievous is because I wanted to use them with my Rebel squad against General Skywalker. It's not an R7 General Skywalker, which helps, which is why, even without Watt, I think I should be able to use my Rebel counter. But I do need C3PO if I don't have Watt, just because of the extra expose. I'm sure C3PO in my Padme team would have made the team much more survivable and much more easier to handle. I probably would have ended up with with full with all 5 characters. But let's go ahead and use this. Now, what do I want to use for the 5th? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Old Ben as the 5th. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to use Old Ben over here. So let's take this guy out. Use Jedi and Old Ben just because he gives extra turn meter for rebels, and the problem with Arc being in there is that Stormtrooper Han is going to get dispelled very easily unless you have Watt giving him the taunting tech. So without Watt in there, I like Old Ben with C3PO a little bit better. So let's go ahead and use this and see if you're able to take down the Skywalker squad. So typically I go for Rex first because I don't want him applying Nasty Up, because C3PO counter relies exclusively on expose on basic. And CLS doesn't have guard. Oh, that's unfortunate. But I should be able to reduce turn meter on everyone. And okay, now let's work on 5s and call Han to assist. Okay, he's gone. Let's get a taunt up. Get rid of 5s. Get rid of Rex. And then Echo and Arc are both ability blocked, which is great. And we should be able to get Skywalker down pretty soon. So that's the advantage with a weak Skywalker. Okay, so he's down. And this guy should be down pretty soon. There we go. I think now it should be easy enough to. There's just not enough damage over here uh, to. Okay, this guy got rid of my CLS, but there's not enough damage to take care of the rest of my team. So I was able to one-shot it without what. Now that saves my. I think the two teams over here are pretty easily manageable. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my General Skywalker against this Jedi squad. It seems to be a reasonably weak Jedi squad. I mean, there's no Basti, there's no tank in there, taunting tank, so I can target whoever I want. But there is Jolie in there who's going to revive pretty often, so I'm going to go with my Jedi Knight General Skywalker lead and try to target Yoda first, get him down so that none of the revives will work. So I think once Yoda is down, the other characters are going to fall pretty easily. They don't have as much offense left. The only thing is, I think Skywalker is the best team I have left. I don't know what's there at the back. If they have Geos at the back, I probably won't be able to clear them. But yeah, Geos are probably the only thing which I'll have a little bit of a problem clearing. But I think if I clear this zone, I should be good enough to win the match, even if I don't clear the board itself. So let's see. So I have Skywalker, and I'm going to take Arc out and use Arc with the my Shark T lead team with the other clones and with the R2 as well. I think that's going to make a really powerful team on offense. Not very banner efficient, but it'll be good on offense. So these four characters, I think, should be more than enough to take out the Jedi Knight Revan squad. As long as I target Yoda and make sure I kill him first. I think Savior will still be triggered, but any deaths after Savior probably will not be triggered. All right, so let's go ahead with that option with General Skywalker. And the other good thing is Jedi and Revan teams gain tons of buffs, so General Skywalker will be hitting for a for a huge damage, and the rest of the 4 or 5s also will be huge hitting for large amounts of damage. So let's do this. Let's try to take down. So that Savior triggered, and let's try to get rid of Yoda. Okay, there's nothing to worry about over there because he's not going to go below full health. There, Yoda is gone. He's not going to come back. All right. Let's. We don't even have to go after Jolie. Let's go after Revan. He's the other main damage dealer. The others really won't do anything much. There, Revan's gone because of all these buffs. You see that General Skywalker is hitting for almost 120k, 130k. The ability to ignore defense is great as well. Okay, this should take care of her, and now it's just Jolie, and then should be done. All right. So overkill probably. Maybe I didn't even need Rex or fives in there. I think Skywalker alone could have done a good job. All right. So we've got Basti lead, and we've got Bosk, which is reasonably fast, 296. Okay, I think we can figure out what to take against these guys. Basti lead doesn't have much offense. I mean, apart from Ezra, who's modded decently, but yeah, we should be able to clear the board. There's nothing really scary at the back. I was thinking there might be Geos, in which case I don't think I would have had anything to clear it without Sisters or Treya on offense. It's not possible to clear Geos, or very difficult at least. All right, so What do I want to use against these guys? Mm, okay, so the Kira team, it doesn't have a dispel on any of the characters, so I can use my Stormtrooper Han over there. Um, there's really not many people who can deal tons of damage over there. The Watt team, hmm, actually, the Watt team also doesn't have any dispel, so I could use my Kira Han with any of those teams. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I have my Nest, which is great. I have my Stormtrooper Han. Where do I want to use that? So I've got an offense heavy team. I've got uh, Resistance. I've got Kira, and I've got Karth. And obviously Karth I can't use with Candace since Candace is dark side. But I've got enough offense power to take down the rest of the four teams. Now I just have to decide which team to take against what. Let's see which is the toughest team out here. Probably it's going to be the Bastilla team. I mean, it's very survivable. Maybe I'll use my offense heavy clone team with Shakti against Basti because they don't rely on debuffs. Um, and maybe I use my. Oh, what am I doing? Basti, got Nest in there. Nest is the perfect counter to Basti. So I'm definitely going to use Nest against Basti, maybe with Hermit Yoda and a good lead. Let's see which lead I have left. Let's see some leaders. I have hmm, I don't know who to use as a leader out here because I'm going to be using all these guys in some other teams. I want to use Kira lead with a few of these other folks. Um, you know what? I think I'll just use um, Luke lead. Let's go with Farm Boy Luke, whose leadership gives 45% tenacity. And then let's go with our Nest and Hermit Yoda. My Nest is already modded for mostly offense, but a little bit tenacity as well. It's got about 95% tenacity. So with the other 25% that Hermit Yoda gives and Luke 45% lead, that should be about 150% approximately. So that should be, I think, good enough to take this team down. So let's start working on these guys. I'm gonna do big hits over here. Give this to Nest, and it's gonna take a while, but my Nest is modded for offense, so should be able to do a decent enough job. Already there's protection, bonus protection is down from Juhani. Let's see if we can't finish her off. Yeah, this'll go fast. What does this guy do? Deal physical damage and inflict defense down. Alright, so he's gone. But we can work down on Ezra. So now we've got bonus protection down on everyone, with the exception of Basti and Paris. But Nest has built up enough offense that she'll start one-shotting people soon. Let's see if we can't get rid of Ezra. There we go. Now there's no damage on this team. Okay, I think this was definitely a good call. Let's use this. And let's see if we can't get Basti down. There we go. Let's pick a big heal, and this should do it. Okay, so 58 banners, but managed to save a team. Okay, so that was easy enough. Let's see what we want to take against the other teams. This one doesn't have Django, so there's tons of survivability on this team, but so I might need a healing immunity. I might go with the. I don't have. I was planning to use R2 with my clones with Shark T. What other Galactic Republic do I have? Nah, really don't have anyone much. So I can either use Shark T over here, since this has got a lot of AoEs and Shark T is going to get tons of turn meter, or I can use Shark T against one of these teams. So I think the next toughest team is probably going to be the Karth team with the Mission and Zalbar. I wonder if I should take my Kira against that. I need something with high offense. Maybe I'll take my. Let's see what else I have again. I've got Resistance. I've got Kira. I've got my own Karth, which I'm trying to save for a cleanup. And I have. Let's see. What I'll do over here is I'll keep my Stormtrooper Horn with my Kira team, with my Karth team, and then use the pure prepared squad, and then resistance, and then yep, I think this is good. So I've got 4 teams left, 4 really good teams. I need to take out 3 characters, plus I've got Basti as well as a backup. All right, let's see which is the tougher team. I need something with high offense to take down Zalbar fast. So I think I might have to go with my Shakti team against the Watch squad, because my arc is R5, I think, and with Shakti lead he's going to get tons of offense. So and he should be able to give the arc tank, the arc tech, the what do you call it, the turret to clone Sarge, who will also be going quite a lot. And there's also R2 to boost up the offense. So I think this is the probably the best teams in terms of offense power, because I need to take these guys down fast. All right, let's give this to Sarge. Yeah, you can see over here they're doing tons of damage. Let's give this to, what does this do? This gives someone 100% turn meter. Let's give this to Arc so that he goes again fast. Again, another mass damage. Okay, let's select Arc to attack. Let's do this, some burning. And let's see if we can't reduce some turn meter. There we go. Arc is was actually a good call, but there's he's going to be gaining a lot of protection as long as he takes turns. So we need to be able to get him down fast. Ooh. So he's gone, which is not really good news. And we have okay, let's dispel all the debuffs and give turn meter to Arc. I want to be able to get this guy down fast. He's causing a lot of problem. This might not work. I might need something tougher for for this team. Yeah, there's tons of protection recovery. That's the problem. And that means this guy will always taunt and will recover back to full protection always. Okay, so we'll need to use some other team for this. All right, so I'm going to exit from here so that I keep the turn meter bonus and see what else I can take against this. I've got my own Karth team. Do I need healing immunity over here? So what are the other two squads which I have? I have the Kira team, which can be taken out by my resistance, or I can use resistance against. Let me do that. Let me clear this zone, secure the victory. Actually, I already have one. I've got 50 points more than my opponent. But let me just go ahead and use resistance out here, since they've got healing immunity. Should probably save my R2 for this one, but that's fine. Maybe instead of that, I can use this guy. Should I use my resistance because of the locked healing immunity? Should I use that against the Karth team? Nah. Okay, let's use resistance against this. I think these guys will do a decent enough job. And I don't really need holdover. I can probably take T3M4 for the extra damage boost to BB8 and the extra heal. And then try to get rid of Bosk as soon as I can. Okay, let's do this. Push back some turn meter. Let's work on Greedo. Another turn, and Greedo should be down. Now let's push back the turn meter on Bosk again. Got ability block, which is good. Let's go after Boba. He's the next weakest. Bosk has got ability block, so he's not going to taunt. And these guys are targeting my trooper. Excellent. Let's push back Bosk a little more. Get rid of Boba. Heal up B2. Taunt a little bit over here. And get rid of Boba altogether. And now let's go after Cad Bane. Okay, that's done. Now we just need to finish off Bosk, and then it should be good enough. All right, so even without R2, this team did decently enough. Let's heal up some more. Healing immunity. Let's just finish him off. Okay. All right, so this was easy enough. So we've secured the victory at least. Let's go ahead and see what we can use against the Watt team. Even if I can get rid of Watt, it'll be quite easy to shoot that team down with some other squad. But let's see what can we take against. I think even the Kira squad I can get rid of first. I have my own Kira prepared squad, and I have these guys. I've already used Nest. Let me see. I've already used Nest out here, so let's get rid of her. Just trying to see what all I've already used. So I've used R2 over here. I have used R2 has been used. My Nest has been used. And all right. What else? What else can I take with Kira? With Karth? What light side do I have? There you go. Can't use T3 M4, but I can probably use this guy. I don't have many damage dealers, unfortunately. Oh, I do have Juhani as well for some extra Old Republic synergy. Do I have anyone with healing immunity? Because that's what I really need against the Karth team. I've got Basti as well that I can use as a cleanup squad with some random Jedi that I have left. Let's see what Jedi I have left. Basti is again another survivable team, but there's really not much Jedi that I have left, unfortunately. I've got this guy, this guy, this guy. Now we're coming down to the dregs. All right, let's see. Let's clear off the other team over here. I doubt we'll be able to finish the Karth team, but we don't have anyone who can ignore taunt as well, right? Wonder if my prepared squad will be survivable enough to to take care of that. They do have revives. Oh, but what does prevent revive if mission gets the weapon tech? So that's going to be a problem. But hopefully L3 will survive. Wondering if I should take. Maybe the prepared squad might be able to do a decent job against them. They do have escalating damage. Let's try that. It's worth a shot. Vandor, yeah, they are going to prevent the revive if mission gets the tech. But L3 can dispel debuffs, so all the dots probably won't stick for long, and she will get tons of turn meter with all the AoEs. So let's give this a shot. See if this works. So there goes the taunting tech, and the other tech as well. Let's call this guy. Let's give this to L3. And we've got prepared. Let's give prepared over to Vandor as soon as we can. And let's get this up. Bonus protection. Yeah, L3, hitting L3 is basically going to dispel these guys. Dispel the debuffs, which is probably a good thing. But I need to be able to survive enough to build up enough offense. Okay, let's pass this over to Kira. L3 is going fast. No, this might not work. These guys have too much damage and too many assists. Okay, so L3 survived the first one because looks like Karth has got the weapons tech, and as long as Karth doesn't kill her, she will come back. Okay, let's taunt again. What we really need is let's see. Yeah, what we really need is the ability to go around taunting. Maybe the nest would have been perfect for this one instead of the Basti team, because the Basti team I could have probably used my Kira against it. Okay, let's get prepared to L3 so that she starts taunting. Let's give some protection up. Pass the prepared over to Vandor. Okay, let's do that. The damage is escalating slowly on Han, but very, very slowly. I don't think we'll have enough time to go through it. This team is extremely survivable with what? Okay, probably not going to be able to finish this. Let's pass the prepared over to Vandor again. L3 is definitely survivable, no doubt about that. Let's pass this over to L3, get some protection back. Let's call everyone to assist. Now I think Candra's got the killing blow, so that one is not going to be revived. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I should probably use my nest over here instead of with the Basti, because the prepared squad can very easily kill the Basti team. I've done it in the past as well. So yeah, so I'm just going to exit from here. There's no point doing anything against this battle. Let's just try to go against. Let's clear up the other squad, which is the Kira team, and then we can call it a day. What else do I have? These guys should have enough offense against Kira. Okay, let's go with this. Staunt. Okay, let's do this. All right. Try to get rid of L3 when we can. This one has prepared, so let's stop that for now. We can target L3 once prepared is not there. Let's go back there, get a little more health down on L3. Let's do a blind over here. Prepared is still around. Let's see. Okay, he's back. Okay, let's land another armor shred over here. Okay, so these guys are slowly getting down. Tons of assists, which is great. And this guy should hopefully get him down fast. Problem is this guy is always prepared. Let's cleanse that. Okay, finally he went away. I think there was a brief window where he wasn't prepared. Now it should be no big deal clearing this up. Okay, let's get rid of this guy, and then we can finish off the rest. Maybe this team would have done decently since they have days. Maybe they would have prevented Zalba from... Might have done decently against the cart team, but Cards with water is always a little tricky, but I don't think I have anything else left to take it out. Well, I do have my dark side squads, um, but I don't think I'll use those. Okay, so at the end of it, 1649 against 1305. Um, my opponent did keep a tough defense up front, which is the reason they struggled that much against my board. But but I think it's interesting to see how you can stretch your roster if you're only going light side or dark side. I think my light side is definitely stronger in terms of offense. I don't think if I had my dark side on offense, they would have done as well. Um, but but again, it just depends on how well your roster is geared up. But overall, okay performance. I think it was interesting. Let me know if you guys like these kind of themes. I've got a couple of other themes that I have in place for the next couple of days. So if you look at the squads that I've put together, this is the light side versus dark sides 5v5 theme. I've got a couple of other themes lined up for the next couple of days as well. There's an M&A, which I'll let you guys know about in a couple of days, and there's an FT theme as well, which is also going to be interesting. Um, I'll give you more details on that as we get to the next couple of matches. But if you guys think of some interesting themes or want to try some interesting ideas out, let me just know about it in the comments, and we can test those that stuff out. All right, that's it for now. I will catch you guys later in a couple of days. Talk to you soon. Bye.